From the Muppet Babies classic children's tales, retold by Louise Geckow, illustrated by Tom Brannan, and art direction by Lauren Antonello, Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. All children grow up, except for Peter Pan. The day he was born, Peter decided he never ever wanted to grow up, so he ran away to the Neverland, a magical island where children have exciting adventures. Peter lived there for years and years. No matter how long it was, Peter was always the little boy. He even lost count of the years, for he could only count to 3. The Neverland itself was a lush green island with caves and lagoons. The surrounding sea was ruled by pirates in a mighty ship. Peter's friends were called the Lost Boys. They would have been perfectly happy, except for one thing. There were no stories in the Neverland because there were no mothers to tell them. Now and then, Peter and a fairy named Tinkerbell would fly away to the big city. There he would sit on the windowsills of houses where he could listen to bedtime stories. One of the houses that Peter visited belonged to the Darling family. Mrs. Darling told the most wonderful stories to her 3 children, Wendy, John, and Michael. Peter listened so hard that one night Mrs. Darling surprised him at the windowsill. Peter managed to escape, but he left his shadow. The next night, when he came back for it, he woke Wendy. Talking to Wendy, Peter discovered that she knew all of Mrs. Darling's stories. He invited her to the Neverland to tell them to the Lost Boys and to be their mother. Of course, John and Michael were invited too. "How do we get to the Neverland?" Wendy wanted to know. "We fly," Peter replied. "But we can't fly," John protested. "Of course you can," said Peter. "Just think happy thoughts, and you'll float up like a balloon." The children tried and tried, but even their loveliest thoughts didn't lift them an inch off the ground. Peter laughed. "I almost forgot the most important part," he told them. "I'll just sprinkle some fairy dust on you, and away we'll go." The next thing they knew, the children were flying out the nursery window. They headed toward the second star to the right and straight on till morning. They were on their way to many thrilling adventures in the Neverland. The end.